can last a few minutes. But once again, the timing has been bad. You've got to time that right. If I was going to do it, cheese, that's the way I would. I'll cook the pizza, do the poached eggs, right? Drain the eggs. Make sure they're nice and dry because you don't want watery pizza. Ugh. Put the poached eggs on the pizza, just slice them all open, and the yolk will just run everywhere. That's how I would do it, but, you know. But yeah, trying to do it in the oven, that would take a bit of a skill, that would. Even I couldn't probably, I don't know, I never tried it, but I'm just saying I probably wouldn't succeed in that one. It's about specific timing with that. Or you'd have to half cook the pizza, drop the eggs in, and then as it finishes off. But I don't know, I feel like the yolk itself will go hard when it's baked in the oven. It's a bit of a hard one, that one. Yeah. Maybe soft fry the eggs before putting them on in the pizza. If I had money, I would love to actually go to school for like cooking, because a lot of what I've learned was like from a friend of mine who went to culinary school, plus shows, and now you. Well, Alien Bow, I'm actually thinking about doing personal cooking lessons, one-to-one, depending on what they want to learn. So keep an eye out. It'll probably be cheaper as well, rather than paying these expensive professional schools. You tell me what you want to learn and I'll teach you. Let's have a look. And you'll have a one-to-one. You don't even need to leave your own house. You can just do it in your own house, good sir. How amazing is that, right? Right, let's give this a great damn. Sounds great, chef. I don't poach very often, though I would have to practice. Yeah, when it comes to poaching eggs, it does take a little bit of practice to begin with. And all you need to do is make sure, it depends on how fresh your eggs are. That's a very vital thing. But I usually put vinegar in there anyway. I put vinegar in the water, usually white wine vinegar. Once it comes up to the boil, usually... Did I just drop... Oh, it's there. I usually swirl the pan with a spoon once it's like come up to a boil. Turn it down a little bit. Crack the egg and just gently drop it into the whirlpool. Once it starts to bubble the water or boil, turn it right down to like a medium low. So you don't really want to be boiling that water so harshly. You just want it to be kind of simmering / boiling. So it is cooking the egg down very nicely. And it should take roughly about 3 to 4 minutes, depending on the size of the egg. And then you just gently ladle them out with a slotted spoon, and you're good to go. Just sitting an egg on top after wouldn't be the same. Yeah, well, you know, we have our different ways, Wolfie. But if you want that yolkiness, that's fine. But if you want overcooked egg, I'm sure you'll be happy with it, but I certainly wouldn't. Right. Depends if you like poached eggs as well. But if you want that caramelization, I suppose you could fry an egg instead of poaching it and pop them on and do exactly the same thing. You know, options are there. I would love that. There's something about being like able to work towards and evenly like earn a title of chef and be able to get a job in the field at what draws me to the school. That's fair enough. Do you really want to go into the jobs then, and you want to actually become a chef then, Alien Bow? That's fantastic, buddy. Well, if you want any help with anything, just let me know. I mean, obviously I'm a British orientated chef, so but I can help you with whatever I can. I don't know too much about the American like learning wise. Because obviously I didn't grow up here, but you know, if I can help you, I will, dude. I usually get like 2-3 fevers a week. What? Crikey. There, what's up? Do them in cling film? You could do them in cling film. They're kind of cheating, really. You want the skill. Don't be a Jamie Oliver, right? I find frying eggs in bacon grease is the best. Of course, that means like you have to cook some bacon. Yeah, that's very true. Very true, but everyone likes bacon, right? Everyone likes bacon. I certainly like bacon. Right, so let's cut the sides off. When you can say you can truly master a poached egg instead of cutting corners like a cheat, you know, you'd feel good about it if you just use a bit of cling film that anyone can do, you know. What's the point? What's the point? I mean, you can do it if you want to. Or if you wanted to actually learn and develop your skills like a true cook, then do it my way. Right, smell them onions. Smells like an emotional day. Right, so what we're gonna do, slice these down, move these over a little bit. How you doing, Zare? Anyway, how's things? Are you doing okay? Now, do we want dice or do we want... Just thinking about it right now. Who was that? Who's going on? Festa Boy with the cheeky host. Thank you so much, amigo. I appreciate it. I feel like I'm going to go for... Tell you what, I'm not going to go for a dice. But I'm going to go for a halves. What? That's it. So you got a little bit of texture in there. You can see them. I don't want them so long like this, so I'm going to cut them in half. That'll be perfect for me. So if you want to keep them long or if you want to dice them, you can do whatever you fancy, guys. That's up to you. Personal option right there. Eyes are watering. Are they really? Are you having an emotional day as well? You could also cook ham, less fat content, but you could get like, enough grease to fry an egg with the retina of the flavor. Yeah, you could. You could. Or you could just use oil if you wanted to. But I know you guys love the bacon grease, right? So slice this down. These onions are saying mean things. Are they really? I'm sure they're not that mean. As long as you got a sharp knife, then they'll be crying less, because they'll be releasing less gases. If you're using a blunt knife, you'll be releasing more gases and crying at you. Right. I didn't know you could cut a pepper like you just did. Learning. There you go. I know the main way you might see is have the whole pepper and cut all the way around it. Snap it open. The only reason I don't do that is because when you have those two halves, when you push them down, they crack and they break. Whereas, like, if you take the sides off, they're nice and flat. You don't need to worry about it. You don't need to keep pushing them down. They're ready to go. So this is why I take the sides off. This is my way of doing it. It might take a little touch longer than the one on the cut and straight round. You know, but I prefer this way, but you get a nice, neater finish, in my opinion. So there you go. Something new to learn. I'm traditionalist. I try my eggs in a pad of butter. I can imagine like a big cauldron of butter in the house, Cedars, and you just drop your eggs in there. Oh, sorry, buddy. Strips, little strips, yeah. Or half strips, shall we say. I actually don't like the taste of bacon grease in parts of like food. Yeah, everyone has their preferences. Doesn't like bacon flavor? Doesn't like bacon flavor? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with having different taste buds, guys. I know it might be very absurd to you, but we all have our different preferences. There's nothing wrong with that. It's what makes us unique and different. Right, so cut these little bits up. I like bacon. Well, enough bacon grease is not good. Yeah. I mean, it's not very good for the heart either, but it's pretty tasty stuff, right? I get it. I get it, guys. Some people like it, some people don't. It's all good. Right, so I want 2 celery sticks. Are we doing French today, chef? Maybe. We'll see. Probably get lost halfway through. So I'm going to give them a wash. Very important. Make sure there's no soilage. What do you mean by soilage, chef? Any kind of soil or dirt. So what we're going to do is give these a nice little wash under cold water. Beautiful. Right. Now, one thing I hate about celery, right, is the texture. And if you're the same as me, or you don't care, that's fine. But if you're the same as me, sorry, and you don't like the textures, I'll show you a little trick, which probably most of you have seen if you watch me quite often. But you know you can change the texture, right? You can get rid of those stringy bits. So you can just peel them straight off. What? What is this? It's called hashtag magic. Right, so just peel this off. If you can peel them off, that is. They're not broken on the ends. And then you get that beautiful celery flavour without having all those stringy bits, which I can't stand. You could keep them for stocks and stuff. I don't think we could do stocks today or tomorrow, so they'll go to the chickens. The old cheeky chickens. Oh, the healthy factor has nothing to do with it. I'm just like down for drowning things in butter and olive oil. That's fair enough. Hashtag madness. Right. So there you go. Beautiful. So you're not ending up with those kind of sinewy kind of textures in your stew or your sauce. So if that kind of puts you off from using celery, start buying celery again. It's got beautiful flavour in it. Adds a beautiful flavour into your sauce or your stew. Absolutely fantastic. The Royal Gamer, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Hey, Chef. And all. Hey, how's it going, amigo? And Super Pickles, thank you so much for the follow. How you doing today? Hope you're having a pickle-tastic day. It's good to have you here. Alright, so just going to dice that down, because that's just going to go with the onions. Watch your fingers. Kind of running out of room on here, aren't I? So that's okay. I'm going to start cooking this down now. And start pulling this all together very nicely. I was thinking I want to do it in my cast iron pan, but I kind of want to keep it on the stove, so... And plus, on top of that, when I want to do the eggs, I haven't actually got a lid for the cast iron pan, so that might be an issue. So what I will do... Ooh, what's that? I'll do it in here. Perfect. There you go. We'll use this pan for it. Magic. Use my non-stick pan for the beef to crisp up very nicely. So there we go. Problem solved. I was kind of like racking my head a little bit this morning. I was like, what can I put it in? I'll use that. There you go. Beautiful. Good. I'm glad you're doing well, Super Pickles, and thank you so much for that follow. What you've been up to. And if you want to know a little bit more about me, or you're new here, just type in !about. It'll tell you a little bit more about me or where I've been working. But yeah, been on here on Twitch for 2.5 years now. Professionally trained chef. Been in the industry for 14 years. British, but living in America now for over a year now. Fantastic. A year this month. Got married next month for over a year to my wife. It was great. Where are we at now? Hey Dinda, what's up? How you doing? Doing good. Sorry, can't talk today. Just came in to see the mind-blowing celery trick. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying it, buddy. And hope things are well. Hope things are well. Right, so slice this up. What have you been up to, Dinda? How's it going? I resubbed, but I didn't show up. Sad days. What? You did? Okay. Are you on web browser or you're on mobile? If you're on mobile or web browser, either one, try refreshing. Okay, refresh your page, and the little notification in chat should pop up for you. It should pop up, and then you can leave a message or just resub or whichever. But I can see you have resubbed, so just not the thing hasn't come up. So try doing that. Refresh your page. It should, there it is. There you go. We worked it out. Magic. Dinda, thank you so much for the 5 months. Can we get some love and hype in chat? !hype. Bit of love. Thank you so much for that cheeky resub. So good to see you as well. I hope you're having a lovely Thursday. And what delightful colour would you like to go on my sub board, my friend? So, watch your fingers. Oh, there we go, chef. Also, a PC technician. Who's a PC technician? You are. Are you a PC technician? Or do you mean me? I'm no PC technician. All I know is how to do the food. Hey, Cupid, what's up, my friend? It's so good to see you. What have you been up to? Right, so I'm going to start cooking before I start cutting this up. Because I want to use this up. I want to use this up because I don't want it to go into waste. I'm going to chuck a little bit of zucchini. I'm not going to use the whole of it. It's a lot of zucchini, so I'll use it up in the next couple of days. So, first things first, we're going to get the pan on. I'm just going to give this a swill out, just make sure it's all nice and clean and tidy. So, haven't used this pan for a long time, so better be safe than sorry, right? Better be safe than sorry. That's a big one. It certainly is. Been busy with work, etc., but I'm doing really well. Thanks, my friends. Love the color red today. Hope you are well. I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for asking. And yeah, of course, we can do that now in a second. Just bear with me. I get you and Bellissima on the sub board. Thank you so much for the resub, and I'm glad things are well. Glad work is doing well for you. Magic, my friend. Magic. Okay, so let's switch this up. So, oh, where's my oil? Oh, it's right here. Somebody forgot to put the oil back. Oh yeah, if you were wondering, like, Chef, what did you do with all that oil yesterday? I just rebottled it. That peanut oil that we used. Strained it off, put it into this empty bottle I showed you yesterday, and I can reuse it. I can reuse it for frying again. So don't throw the first lot away. I'm keeping that. So if I ever need to do frying again, you can reuse it. And people were asking yesterday, how many times can you reuse it? I'd say about 2-3 times, maybe 4 times, until that color starts going quite dark, and then you obviously use fresh, or smell it if it smells rancid. Get rid of it, you know. Just use your kind of common sense. You know the best thing to do with that zucchini Was it mulch it to fertilize real veggies? How do you mean mulch it? How do you mean exactly? Glad to hear. I'm so glad. Chef, do you ever marinate chicken? If so, what's your favorite sauce to marinate it in? Depends on what dish we're making. I marinate lots of things. Yesterday we marinated our steak we did our Philly cheesesteak, didn't we? It turned out fantastic. So good. We marinated it in Worcestershire sauce and a bit of garlic. Something simple. If you're doing an Asian dish, maybe with some pork, maybe I'd use like soy sauce, a bit of rice vinegar, some garlic, some ginger. You know, it depends on, really comes down to like what kind of dish. You can't really use the same marinade for every single thing. It doesn't work like that. But it really does depend on what dish you kind of want to go for. I've seen the knife somewhere before. Do you use Japanese knives? Yes, so if you type in !knives, K-N-I-V-E-S in chat, let me just switch this over so you guys can see. I got sponsored by Kyoko Knives. A lot of the cooking streamers have got sponsored by this company. I love these knives personally. I'm not saying it just because they sponsor me, but I generally do like them. They're very good quality knives, and if you want to buy these knives, please feel free to use my Amazon affiliate link and use my 10% off code on Amazon for the whole set. So please feel free. If you want to buy them, please use my code. Please use my Amazon affiliate link. I'd appreciate it. Yo, PogChamp indeed. Chef, mulching is like throwing it away in a fashion that makes the thing like being mulched like useful for as fertilizer. So when you say mulching, I've never heard of that saying. So do you like kind of like squash it down, or how do you do mulching then, Cedars? Heard they're really good, to be honest with you. They're very good. I can guarantee you guys, I use them. You see me now use them daily, and I've got no qualms with them. I've got no issues at all with it. I really like these knives. I think they're really good, and I could recommend if you're looking for some good quality knives. If you haven't got much knife skills, personally, I wouldn't buy these. Not yet. Buy some cheap knives, get your knife skills together, and then buy them. Because if you buy really expensive, good quality knives, and then you ruin them while you're trying to learn, it's not so good. So just buy some cheaper knives. And what kind of cheaper knives? Victorinox is a great one for like home cooks and professionals who are starting. And I still know people who've used Victorinox for the whole of their career, and that's what they love. So you know. But yeah, if you've got knife skills, then yeah, you can buy them. It depends on like what's being mulched. Okay, so if I was going to mulch this, how would I do it? How would I do it? So let me flick this back across, and we can start cooking the beautiful. What's it called? I'm just going to take a quick video of my dice because I can't really hold one hand and dice with a knife. So. Cool. Where are we at now? When I think of like I think of cedar chips. Oh, really? Chef, could you make like a meal on stream with only like a paring knife as your blade? Well, I always say to you, use the right knife for the right job, so probably not, no, because you'll probably end up having an accident. Wiggle it for Insta. Wiggle. Too late. That would put around the base of plants. Awesome. Yeah, we have got a giveaway. Please feel free to enter that giveaway. That ends this weekend, so I'm giving away 2 $10 Amazon gift cards. So please feel free to enter that if you want to, guys. That is there for you guys. Okie dokes. So let's have a looky. So we got the pan's heating up pretty nice and steady now. So yeah, it should be good. Okay, let me just drop the onions and the garlic and the celery in. Yeah, that little cheeky sizzle. Beautiful, beautiful. We're also going to get the beef out very shortly, so that's fine, but not just yet. So we're going to cook that down very, very nicely. Lord knows I'd smash that pretty much correct. Right, we're going to get the peppers as well in there in a second. So let me get my... which one am I using? Oh, this one. This one. So I kind of use different spatulas for onions And desserts, like I got my pastry spatula, and I try and avoid using that with my savories because otherwise the onions will take on the smell sometimes. So I use this one for my savories, and the other spatulas I kind of keep for pastries, so there's no tainting of onions in your, I don't know, custard or whatever you're making, right? Nothing worse than that. So always have like 2 separate things for pastry and for desserts and obviously main courses. There we go. Just trying to help. Thank you. You're most welcome. Appreciate the help. How you doing, Lord? What have you been up to, my friend? How does one exercise the basic cuts like? And which vegetable should I exercise the most on? Like beginner culinary students. So, bell peppers is a great one. The ones like I've chopped up here earlier on. So cutting bell peppers. Tomatoes is a good one. Onion is probably one of the first easiest basic ones to do. So onion is definitely up there. Onions, peppers, tomatoes, I guess courgettes, any kind of vegetable really, to be honest with you. Any of those kind of basic, straightforward vegetables. Aubergine's a good one as well. It'll help develop your knife skills. But like harder things like squash, personally, some people peel the skin with the knife, which I think is very dangerous, and second of all is very awkward. I personally peel it, then I slice it, scoop it, and then chop it. That's how I usually do it. So, you know, it's just a learning curve at the end of the day. Guess I could do a personal one-to-one lesson on knife skills, right, with vegetables. That'll be great. That'll be a good cooking lesson to have. If you want to brush up on your knife skills, could give you a one-to-one on it. How does the one exercise... Oh, sorry. Chef, I think of mulching as like synonymous. What? Synonymous. What? Hang on, I'm going to get there in a minute.